Welcome, Libras. It's Tara Mi Amor.
Hola amigos.
You can do your heart spread for the first half of March. Libra friends, like, subscribe, share. It helps us. If you like what we do, if you want personal reading information, it's below. And I don't know, I always say check out your rising and moon, Venus, and I love reading. My sun's always the one for me. Probably your sun. God's a sun conjunct moon person. I also have a huge stellium in Sag, so pretty much gonna. I did at first watch all the different ones, and it always was Sag seemed like I most related to. Definitely encouraged to check out the other ones and see. I kind of wonder as an astrologer. I haven't really explored this, but. Like if you have a strong Venus transit in your chart, maybe suddenly your Venus readings become more relevant, than the Sun. Theoretically, works. Okay, do the heart spread. We're gonna need a lot of these. Just realized you got it. So you're coming in with Judgment. They're coming in with the Four of Cups. Can you? I don't know if they can see over there. Just check. We're trying to do this at the beach, so that there's you at least have that nice background.
The problem is the light.
Okay, yeah, it's all right. We may not see the cards so well. We'll show them or describe them. At least you see the beach. Okay, that's it. Look at that. Oh, look at me. So that's you in the relationship. There's your partner. Your partner's having some trouble. You're looking a lot stronger. Your advice. Man. See where this goes. Partner's advice.
Wow.
I just heard. It's not. I don't know. I just heard. You can just die or something. It's not classically interpretation of the death card, but I heard that. And the Seven of Pentacles was the outcome. So, I don't weigh the bottom of the leg too heavily on here. Cover this so it doesn't blow away. Wow, so you're coming in with the Judgment card, Libra. And we were talking about this before, the angels, and this is what you get before you get the world in the tarot, because that's 21. So why that is the world is when we meet our destiny and move into our true soul's purpose for incarnation, which is seen a lot around the nodes of the moon in astrology. So this is a big deal. You are coming into a relationship from this position, and particularly if you're someone that's watching this, maybe you're spiritual, maybe you've been doing the work, and you found your soul's purpose, and you made a decision to follow like a spiritual path. That's kind of what I get out of that. And so when you come into the relationship, it's with the Queen of Swords energy. So, I mean, that's not bad, but I just have the sense here because of Judgment and looking at their side, which I'll talk about in a second, is like, this is you, how you change from how you just are around relationships to how this relationship kind of colors that, changes it. And with the Queen of Swords, it's almost as if this relationship brought out your inner Queen of Swords. Because as a Libra, you're not a Queen of Swords generally, even though swords are air signs, because Libras usually are demure and they're going to compromise, and the diplomats, they really care about what other people think and feel. He also has the Libra Mars and Venus, so it really shows. And Queen of Swords is going to call people out. They're not as much going to be concerned. They're going to be more concerned about being clear and having boundaries. It's going to be a lot about having boundaries. So what I would say is not so good. It's like if you're going into a relationship, it's like it's a little harsh energy. Probably you're seeing something, that you're not comfortable with. It may be putting you into this energy where you're having to bring out that tougher side of yourself that can draw boundaries, that can speak up for yourself, and that can call people out maybe too. Now with them coming in with the Four of Cups, And look, then the Four of Swords. I mean, and then the Death card for their advice, and challenge. This is someone that's been really down and out, Libra. Maybe you were drawn to them for that. Maybe somehow it's kind of that thing where you want to save them, because again, with the Judgment coming in like this, and with the Queen of Swords, you might be pretty strong and in a pretty good place, like a lot better than them. And maybe this even started with them saying, "No, I'm so depressed," and maybe you say, "No, what's going on? Talk to me." And maybe you're a healer, and maybe you've been helping them or something. But now they're showing up in the relationship and they're healing. So there's kind of two ways to go with this, okay? Interrupt you when I think I got this storyline.
No.
So sometimes it'll show up I lose my storyline. So it would be allowing them to heal. And then the Queen of Swords might have been like some harsh conversations that you had about maybe how they had to heal. Like if you want to relate, because the advice is the Four of Wands. So the advice is to have I can't read it any other way than have a relationship, a marriage, or a live in a committed relationship. So with the Four of Swords, maybe you're helping them heal, and they're in a place of healing. And then what the Death is saying clearly is they need to transform. The healing needs to involve some kind of transformation. And they had an emotional hurt, and then now they're in this position of healing, so they're in their heads, whether they're telling you it's not, going over and over and over, what did that bastard do to me, what did that bitch do to me, oh, why did they do, oh, but maybe. And so a lot of that, and what they need to do is learn from that and grow and change and transform so that they can be in a stable relationship. But I see you here now with the Three of Wands as your advice. Originally, when I saw this, it was very clear. It's like the advice, it could go either way. This is you need to look elsewhere, And so with that, then if you need to look elsewhere, it then speaks about you finding your stability and saying, I'm enough, I have things under control, which you might be. And then with your Seven of Pentacles as the outcome, either way, is going to involve, we're probably going to have to clarify this out, it's going to involve, this is that reciprocity, or you're checking your harvest and you know what kind of work it took, and now you're looking at, what did you get from it, and is it enough? And usually that's doing reciprocity in relationships where you feel like you put more in than the other person. In this relationship, definitely see you putting, any way you shake it, you're putting more in than the other person. You're literally like saving them, you're helping them. This is your reading, Libra. So, either it's you, go into this energy of yourself and then go forward saying, don't do this anymore, don't get into relationships where you don't get back what you give, roughly. Don't do the savior thing, okay? Now the other way to look at this is you are going to have to keep being strong, and they're going to have to go through a transformation. And guys, this can involve drugs and alcohol. This could involve all kinds of things. It's not easy. Like going through a transformation, it's not like magic. It's like, that means they're going to have tough times. So I don't know, it means you're going to be holding their hand in maybe in a serious way for considerably more time, and you're going to have to make this commitment. And into the future, Libra, you're going to have to be also, to me this looks like you're going to still end up, for the foreseeable future, I don't even want to clarify this, you're going to end up in this energy, if you continue it, where you're not being reciprocated and you're having to count your pentacles. It even comes to mind that you financially might be in a position where you have to kind of carry this other person. So you might be counting literally your pentacles, which are often called coins here. If you walk away, it's with the lesson of learned, and I'm not going to do this again. And if you stay, be advised that apparently there could be a way forward with it, but it's going to involve you not being selfless, essentially, possibly for an extended length of time. This is not something that's going to resolve itself next month or this year. Honestly, this year, think about that. So whatever energy you're in, okay, Libra, is the energy that you're willing to live with out of the love for this person, which I get it, been there actually, where you're really willing to live in that energy maybe for years to come while they try to get up to speed with you. So Libras, let us know, and thank you for listening.